All right, guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun white trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. On one. Ready?
Hey.
Hey guys, Rocketz here with HuddleGG. I'm not sure about all of you, but over the past week or so, I've been facing a lot more man coverage. And it might be specific to my case. I've been playing the all Madden trial mode, where people are using the strategy items to get 99 OVR DBs, and they just seem to lock down everything in man coverage. But regardless, I wanted more answers in my offense for when I'm facing a heavy man coverage opponent. And I've been running Astro's Eagles offense this year. I've been having a ton of fun in that offense. And one of the best ways to kind of give yourself a reminder of what's in that offense or highlight some plays that maybe you're not running as much is load up the offensive coordinator. And when you do that, you're going to be able to choose the situation you want to go up against. So let's say I was struggling against cover 2 man. I can click this box and I can see what are the best options against cover 2 man. In my case, I wanted general answers to man coverage. So I can check the man coverage box. And what that's going to do is it's going to rank the entire game plan by which plays are most effective against man coverage. And if we start here in the top left corner, this is rated the highest. This is more of a concept than a play. I do run it. So let's move on to the first actual play, which is wide trail here out of the gun bunch strong nasty. So we can click in. You're going to have the video so you can watch and learn from the pros on how to run it. You have the setup down here if you prefer reading the setup and your progression. On the sidebar, you have all the situations and how this play matches up against them. You'll see that it does exceptionally well against man coverage, but it beats just about everything. I mean, it's a great play. And let's say you want to use the offensive coordinator mid-game. You're not going to sit here and watch a several-minute video to learn this play. But maybe you already know it and you want to use this as a flashcard. You can toggle this right here to view the setup instead. And then you're just going to see the setup and serve as a reminder of the route combos. And when you're looking at this play, you'll see it attacks high, it attacks low, it attacks inside, it attacks outside. It's just a very well-designed play. It's like a base play, like ANCAP likes to call it. It's going to beat man, it's going to beat zone, as long as you make the right reads. So let's jump in practice mode, and I'll show you how I'm using this to beat man coverage. Real quick, before we get to the setup, the play is Y trail in the gun bunch strong nasty. You can find it in the Broncos, Colts, Eagles, Steelers, Seahawks, and Buccaneers playbooks. The way Astro teaches his offense is that he's almost always coming out in bunch, and then he's going to audible around based on what he wants to run and what he's seeing pre-snap from his opponent. So if pre-snap reads aren't something you feel confident in, I strongly recommend taking a few minutes to learn them. You'll be so much better of a Madden player if you always have a plan going into a play that factors in what your opponent is showing pre-snap. And yeah, somebody might base align and press or make 9 different adjustments pre-snap so that the alignment isn't giving you the clues that you think, but that's kind of the exception, that's not the rule. Most players that I'm playing, most players that you're probably playing, if they come out and it look like this, it really is going to be cover 0. And Boogz did a video on this a few years ago. It's still just as relevant today. I find myself going back all the time to watch that video because there's so many valuable details, and I feel like I'm always learning something that I didn't know just watching the same video over and over again. I actually linked it in the description, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, check it out. But here, you're going to notice that the entire defense is kind of within the framework of the offense. The widest DB on the right is still inside of Metcalf, and the corners and safeties are both backed off at about the same depth. That is a telltale sign of cover 0. So when I'm seeing cover 0, this is a perfect time to audible over. It's just one click to the right, and then the left bumper to go to wide trail. While they're moving, I'm putting the halfback on a flat route. I do have running back apprentice, so you'll need running back apprentice, backfield master, or hot route master in order to do this. But you could always put him on a swing route. You could leave him on his route. This is going to be a good play regardless, but the flat route is definitely the best. And if we look at the defense here, you'll see that the halfback is manned up in cover 0 by the far safety. And that is perfect for what we want because that's going to give us a quick read to the flat against cover 0. And we just wait for him to get out there, pass it out, and we have all this room. If the user doesn't chase, you are going to have that pass all day against cover 0. Looking at the other options on this play, you'll see we have 5 routes that all beat man coverage. The reality is, though, you're not going to be able to make 5 reads on this play, especially against a cover 0 look. They're sending 6, we're blocking 5. Someone is going to come free, so we have to make a hot read. So if I want to send 5 out against cover 0, I'm usually reading from right to left. I'm either going to hit the halfback in the flat quickly or this drag coming across quickly. So I'm looking most times, the flat's open, it is there, and then there's the drag. It is under pressure, it's going to be a tight throw because someone is coming free at you. But the way this play is set up, that drag is going to beat his man more than he's not, and you just have a lot of room to run after the play. So let's move on and look at cover or man coverage in general, not cover 0 blitzes. So we're going to have a little bit more time to hit the deeper routes downfield. So going up against cover one now, we're still going to have the halfback in the flat. It's not going to be nearly as consistent as it was against cover zero, because against cover zero, we were manned up from the opposite safety. Here, we are going to be manned up from a player that's closer to us, but he does have to fight through traffic. So when we snap the ball, throw this out to the flat, still got, what is this, like 20 yards before we're tackled. Low risk, high reward, exactly what we want. It's not always going to be that great. Sometimes it'll just be 5 yards and you're tackled, but it's still a great option. We're still going to have the drag going back across the formation, just like we did against cover zero. But the star of the play is the corner route from Boogz. And because there's so much traffic in that tight area with 4 receiving threats all manned up on that side of the field, he's just going to get free many times, and we should always be looking for that. And it does help to run this to the wide side. You could run this with the 4 threats to the wide side or short side, but against cover one especially, it does help to give that corner route more room to run. So what we're looking for is him to get out of there and just lob this up over the top. And when he's open, he's really open. So it's going to be a pretty easy read. Is he wide open? That wasn't a free form. That was just a lob over the top. And, you know, that's why I love this play so much against cover one. When it's there, it's a big gain. And then let's say the halfback's not there, RB doesn't get open. Now you have this as your backside drag. Another low risk, high reward style play that's going to keep those chains moving for you. All right, now let's take a look at some game film to give you a sense of what this looks like against a real opponent here. Came out in bunch, I read man coverage, audibled over, and then quickly snapped it, throw it to the flat. Here it's a situation we have 1 to beat, got a little lucky, but you put yourself in these situations, good things will happen. Same thing here. Now we're looking at cover one, and we're just waiting for RB to get wide open, throw it over the top, take it for a big play. And in this clip here, we don't have, you know, the space for the deep throw, but that's where the drag is going to come into play. Wide open, easy touchdown on the backside. I appreciate all of you that made it to the end of this video. I'd like to invite you to come join us in our free community Discord server, HuddleGG/Discord to join. In fact, I'm going to give the first one of you guys that tags me in the server mentioning this video a free copy of Astro's Eagles offense. It's the game plan I'm currently running, and I know you'll love it too. My Discord is just Rocketz with a Z. I'm pretty easy to find. Again, appreciate you guys, and we will see you in the next video.